Welcome back to the Not Televised Revolution. I am incredibly thrilled to do probably my first video edition of the Not Televised Revolution. There I am. I'm on the screen. I'm on the screen with you.
Holy.
We got the everyman Bob Bobson. Say a little something about yourself, my dude.
What's there to say? I am crazy enough to think that we're pretty much the same.
Didn't you love it when Bernie Sanders was on Fox News Town Hall and he got the crowd to chant yes, 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 no?
That
and
was my favorite part, man.
Me too.
That was when he freaking knocked it out of the ballpark. To be honest, he did. He knocked it out of the ballpark.
Like onto the street on the other side of the block, out of the ballpark, like
all the way out of Wrigley Stadium, dude, just straight into the lake.
Baseball too. It was so damn good.
That was it. Like, just roll in there, freaking, dude. Do you think we should be giving tax breaks to billionaires? No. Yeah, that's pretty much what the country believes.
That was my favorite too.
Everybody calls me an extremist, but take it to the public.
But at the same time, I'm telling you what everyone actually believes.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we believe. Yeah,
And so I guess actually that's actually a really good segue to our introduction, because that's kind of where we come from politically, really. We want to make common sense out of things that should be common sense but aren't viewed as common sense yet. But, we're part of that movement to help people understand things. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would totally agree. I would totally agree. I would like to point out that the fact that it's not common sense, I feel is intentional.
Absolutely.
I feel that's it's something that was planned, wanted, frickin', and over the course of the last 40 years at least, probably a little more, it's just been slowly but surely more and more put into the water supply. That the things that we all know to be true aren't. And I can't imagine why we bought it, except to say that a decade or two ago we didn't have each other like we do on the internet nowadays. So we probably didn't have any idea that everybody believed the same way that we did, a decade or two ago. And I actually, I can remember the 90s. I remember not thinking that anybody else thought the way I did.
Right. No, we're coming together to do this podcast. You and all my regulars and all the people that are willing to pick up my phone. We're coming together to do this because we care. We genuinely care, and we care enough to spend our time, our free time, reading between the lines and learning what's actually going on. And we want to deliver it to you in a fun and friendly manner, which is no easy challenge. Trust us.
Not an easy task at all.
No. We had a hard time getting here, and we understand that my target audience, at least, is people that do have a hard time. They're getting turned off by Rachel Maddow. They're getting turned off by Tucker Carlson. They're getting turned off by everybody. I want to reach the non-voters and the non-politically engaged. As a human with politics.
Argument I have for that, in my opinion, is that to take an apolitical stance is still a political position.
That's right.
Anyway, you were saying.
Not much. I think that kind of works for the intro.
Oh, my reason for coming along for this ride is what else I'm going to do on a Wednesday evening.
Tuesday, my dude.
Okay.
He works
What
for
else am I
himself,
do?
everybody. So
What else am I going to do on a Tuesday evening? Wednesday, dude, it ended with Y, okay? Close enough. What else am I going to do on a Wednesday evening, Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, Friday evening, Sunday afternoon? Doesn't matter. What else I'm going to do? And two,
oh, you know what? I screwed up.
I
I should have
believe-
let you get away with Wednesday because there's no way I'm gonna get this done. Yeah.
well, we
It's probably
that'll
gonna come
just
out
end
on
up on the
Wednesdays.
cutting room floor. Anyway, freaking. But what else am I going to do? And not only that, I feel, as a lefty myself, that my political allies tend to be making some really, really, really foolish moves, and that's both in the public sphere, like in the political offices, but it's also in the private interpersonal stuff as well. And so, like, I actually, want to win this game. My biggest motivation is to get out there, or is to speak about how we can get our message across. It's
Right.
not really that difficult. It's really not that hard. And really, when it comes down to it, we all think the same way when it comes to that. It's just we're kind of conflicted on how we get to the same place.
Right. Okay. So I think I want to segue into. We were talking earlier about keyboard warriors, and
Yeah.
you and I are both keyboard warriors, and we know a few. And like, I want to say up front that like the mainstream media tells us to don't bother being a keyboard warrior. They make fun of keyboard warriors and tell you that it's useless and that nothing is going to happen. But you and I both know amazing people across the country because we do the keyboard warrior thing. And that,
Sure.
in my opinion, is why they tell us not to do it. Let's touch on that.
Well, I think in my humble opinion, if we start talking to each other about politics, that's also why, at least for the time that I've been around, it was considered rude to talk about politics or religion anywhere. It's considered rude. Period. Across the board, we've kind of culturally made it something that we don't get into, and I mean, that's just not how a democracy runs. That's just not how it works. That's not the idea at all. It's ugly. It's making sausage. We're gonna argue, and we're gonna get over emotional, and we're gonna get miffed, and so on and so forth. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen a lot. Although I admit that the key to making your argument is to not do that, but it does happen. But but still, the point is that if nobody's